Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host. And today's episode is on us navigating this new earth. And I'm going to share three keys, three rules of engagement of how this is all going to be easiest for you because we're already moving into it. This new moon was already the introduction into eclipse season. And so we're already anchored in the new earth. And this is going to just be a steady process forward. Don't wait for anybody else. Don't wait for the world to change. You take these three rules of engagement. You claim yourself as the creator of this wonderful new earth experience that you are here to manifest for yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be in this body right now. So very exciting. Before we dive in, hello, gorgeous sister. How are you? I hope you are moving and flowing and grooving. Grooving with the change. Yeah, it's been intense. It's been intense. People are purging. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing, right? Because remember, purging is not a bad thing. Purging is necessary for your light embodiment, which means raising of your vibration. So make sure you shift your perception on your purging. Remember, it's mental, emotional, energetic, and physical purging. And when it happens, just stay out of your head and feel into it. And you can even ask yourself, is this purging? And you'll receive the answer. You'll know when it's purging or when it's something in the current moment. But generally, right now, you could just, hands down, it's purging. Even if there's something going on in your life that's causing worry or problems, know that purging energies will piggyback onto, whatever it is that's going on for you emotionally or mentally or physically. So surrender to this experience and look at it as a good thing. Shift your perspective on it so it becomes easier, so it becomes more graceful, so that you actually feel like you are in control, you are in charge, you are the boss of you. Okay, good. All right, now the rules of engagement. Why am I doing this podcast? Because I am here to help manifest the new earth. And a lot of people are wondering, well, how is it going to be different? And so how is it going to be different? It's not going to be visible externally right away. The way that it's going to shift, it's from the inside out. The more that of us that are shifting our vibration, the more of us that are really raising our vibrations to 5D or higher, the more of us then will be influencing the collective and helping the external shifts along. So what I said in the beginning, I mean it. Don't wait for other people. Don't wait for the world to change. You are the one to change this world. You are the one to help raise this vibration. You are the one here to ascend your own soul and this earth. So Mother Earth, of course, is assisting us and we are assisting her, right? Teamwork. We're all here together. And so the new earth, of course, the headline of the new earth is oneness consciousness. Oneness consciousness. And modern science has been confirming this for decades. We are one. The separation is just the illusion. Remember, that's just the ego doing its job in the way that it was meant to be in the old paradigm. And now we are here to elevate above that illusion. We are not separate. We are all one. We are one with each other. We are one with every animal, with every plant, with every tree, with Mother Earth. We are literally one being. oneness consciousness. We are all source incarnated into these individual forms so that we can heal our old memory, our ways of being, right? Because these egoic ways of being are still very familiar to us because it's been most of our lifetimes. And that's why we have come here now at this time, which is the ascension, so that we purge all of the old ways, all of the old patterns, all of the old memories. And then that will create the space and the room for our light to fill in its place. And the more that we're purging, the more light fills in. The more light fills in, the higher our consciousness and openness to dimension will increase. So you see, the oneness consciousness is the truth. And that is what the new earth is all about. It's very exciting because imagine us on this earth plane living together. And not all right away, but even quite soon, within a decade or so, we'll be all looking at each other and seeing each other's soul. We'll be connecting with each other through the heart. We'll be recognizing each other not by the way we look or by our status or bank account. No, we'll be recognizing each other by our vibration. What an amazing, amazing vision that is, no? So yes, that's the new earth at large. In details, I'm sure, so many big changes are going to be happening in all ways and on all levels. But like we've said, don't look for that. Don't wait for that right now. Focus on yourself. See how often you are recognizing somebody by their vibration. See how often you are recognizing somebody by looking into their eyes and remembering their soul. Acknowledging each other as souls here to journey together, right? Pay attention to how much and how often are you not playing by the old rules, the old paradigm, illusion ways any longer, but instead claiming and owning that, yes, you are beautiful, infinite light being incarnate, and you stand in that worth. And you require that respect for your worth, for your grace, right? So it's going to be very different dynamics, relationship dynamics also. Our relationships are going to be evolving. It's inevitable, right? We're going to want to be in a relationship with others that are also of the higher vibration, with others that are also in honor of the worth, that are also in honor and in respect and in devotion to the light, right? So our relationships are going to change, and that's not just romantic relationships. This involves the friends we choose, the places of work that we will find ourselves in. A lot of us are going to be, being entrepreneurs, really staying in our authenticity with what we are here to do and what we are feeling guided to do. So yes, think of it in that way. And of course, the oneness consciousness, needless to say, we out of the oneness consciousness are going to, of course, want to feel of service to the oneness, right? When we see some injustice or when we see suffering, we will want to assist in some way, shape, or form, or at a minimum, not partake in it any longer, right? So big changes, and these changes are going to be happening slowly but surely. Like I said, individuals, companies are going to jump on board too. But focus on yourself. This is it. Focus on yourself. Stay focused on yourself. If you see it elsewhere, great. Connect with it, but don't look for it right now. Just stay focused on yourself. Okay, good. So now, rule number 1 of the new rules of engagement of the new earth is stay loose, stay open, stay flexible. Because, and I've said this before, because the shifts and the changes are going to be continuing. People might come in and out of your life. Work may come in and out. Situations may come in or exit. We have to stay fluid now, like that river of light that you really are. It is so important to keep really flexible. And this also, of course, includes mentally and emotionally and physically keep growing, keep purging, keep opening, right? So that you stay loose, so you stay flexible, so you stay open to the new. The mind has to be open and flexible in order for you to shift to higher perspectives. The mind has to stay open and flexible for you to allow your inner guidance and highest wisdom to be able to speak to you. Emotionally stay unattached and open and loose. So whatever the emotion, whatever the purging, you just breathe. You just breathe and let it move through. It's just energy, yes? Physically also, make sure that you are staying open and purging and clearing, right? Clear your body, cleanse your body, however it feels best to you, but make sure you eat healthy foods. Make sure you take in the right nutrition. Make sure you drink lots of water. Make sure you do your yoga or your stretching or your walking, right? Gotta keep supple, gotta stay open and healthy and keep purging and cleansing your body so that more and more light can embody as well, because our bodies have taken in so many toxins and so many pesticides that or heavy metals or whatever it may be. So we really need to make sure that we keep cleaning the cells, cleaning the organs, cleaning the systems, right? So that you can really move into this ascension as easily and as effortlessly as possible. So that's the most important thing for you to remember, because staying open and staying flexible is of course going to go right up against your ego. And your ego doesn't like change, remember. So staying open and staying flexible also includes you reteaching your ego, retraining your ego. Staying open and staying flexible means you communicate with your ego and let it know, no, this is the new way. It's okay, we're safe. Let me show you. Come on board. We're wanting this change. We're wanting this growth. We're wanting this newness. And it's okay for the ego to feel afraid and to want to protect you from this change. That's its job. But it's also important for you to truly be the boss and the one in charge. And reteaching and retraining your ego to the best of your ability in any given moment. Okay, good. Now, number 2, of course, is when we're looking at the oneness consciousness and we're now in this higher frequency, we need to then, of course, include the fact that we know who we are. Right? When we're in the oneness consciousness and we're raising our light frequency, then we know that we are source incarnate, right? That's part of the consciousness, which means learn and practice and master your soul communication. This is number 2. Second rule of engagement for the new earth: learn and practice and master your soul communication, your intuition, your guidance, your downloads, your sensing, your feeling, your knowing. It'll become sharper now, sharper and sharper and sharper. You may have already noticed yourself being more intuitive. You may have already noticed yourself being more knowing. You just feel things, right? It just comes to you faster now, and that'll increase. It'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. And so for you to really be in your soul communication is the key to the new earth, because the new earth is a soul guided experience. We're above and beyond the illusion. The illusion is passé. Old paradigm is passé, right? So how else then are we going to know what to do, where to go, what's next? From our intuition, from our knowing, from our downloads, from our feeling, sensing, knowing guidance, which is our soul. And that's the way we will then navigate this new earth, right? That is navigating the unknown. Because remember, even though if we make a plan, it doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to go. It doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to unfold. Even though we have, a 5-year commitment, it doesn't mean that it's going to end up being that. Right? Because again, staying flexible bleeds right into number 2 of you have to stay flexible in order for you to go with the changes and the shifts. And you'll always know because you're open and you're learning your soul communication. So you'll feel it, you'll know it, and to learn to listen and to feel for it and to trust it is the practice. Right? So you have to really make that effort to practice it. Practice listening, practice feeling, and then practice trusting it and going with that guidance. And so that will become easier the more that you practice it, the more that you choose to go with it, the more that you choose to stay in this inner communication above all else. Good. All right. Moving right along. Number 3, release control. Number 3, couldn't be more important. Release control. You got to release control in order to, right, flow with the changes and stay flexible and trust yourself and listen to yourself and go with it. You have to release control. What are you releasing control of? Of the ego, of the external attachments, right? Remember, it's all just illusion. So why would we attach to the illusion? Why would we think we want to control the illusion? Why would we think we have control or want to control another person? Why would we think that by pushing or forcing or rushing or going stronger, we're able to affect an outcome? That's ego. That's old paradigm. And that's not going to be a part of the new earth experience or manifestation. So number 3, very important. The third rule of engagement is let go. Let go. Swim in the void. There may be days when you will feel uncomfortable because you're still getting used to it. There may be days where you will feel uncertain. There may be days when you will feel fearful because old fears are going to continue to come up. Old patterns are continuously going to purge. And so sometimes when you're not in a good place, maybe you're having a purging day, or maybe you're having a challenging day, Because just because we're manifesting the new earth doesn't mean every day is going to be a blissed out experience. It's going to get easier. The challenges are going to become less. Everything is going to become more flowing and manageable, but we're still going to have learning and growth as a part of this earthly experience for as long as we are in these bodies. Remember that our bodies can only hold so much frequency. And so there's always more. While we're in body, there will always be more. So never, ever let your ego tell you, I'm there. I've ascended. Right? That's what the spiritual ego then will start doing. Your ego is then going to get on board and recognize what's this new ascension talk. And then it'll all of a sudden want to tell you that you're better than, or you're more evolved than, or you're more healed than, or you're just, lighter than anybody else, or not as light, or not as healed, or not as ascended, right? Remember, the ego doesn't mind to be better than or less than, as long as it's not never equal. So yeah, think of letting go of control as a continuous practice. When you catch yourself wanting something to go a certain way, just notice it, smile at it and go, okay, yes, that's my preference. And you want to have a positive preference and you want to have a positive expectation, of course, but that does not mean that that's going to be the way it is. And that does not mean that you're going to attach to that way and just try to force it and make it so, right? Releasing control is a practice that happens over and over and over and over again. You just keep letting go. Keep releasing control. And this is in all areas of life. So maybe you're having challenges with your parents, or maybe with your partner, or maybe at work with coworkers. And so give it to the light. It's one of the most wonderful, wonderful things to do. When you're challenged with releasing control, just give it to the light. Give it to the light and say, here, take this. Take care of this for me, please. I am choosing to release control. I have no influence over this situation or this person. Just stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on your self-love, self-care, being in your authenticity, staying in your grounding, staying in your breath, staying in your center flow, right? And then from here, as you are releasing control more and more and more so over and over and over again, you'll really be able to just flow with the current of the universe. You'll be able to flow with the current of your soul path. You'll be able to flow with the direction and communication from within your soul, right? Your higher self, your light. You'll be able to really begin to just flow like that river of light. The current of the universe, of where it is meant to take you, of where you are meant to go on this journey. And so it'll be easier and it'll feel safe and it'll feel supportive and it'll feel just absolutely lovely. Lovely, you being in this inner connection, in this inner safety, in this inner strength, where you're just trusting and open and releasing control, knowing who you really are, and knowing that this inner communication is the real you, guiding this journey now, not the illusion ego, you, the real you. And as you are letting go and as you are releasing control and really beginning to flow with your light on your path, you're also going to be bringing out parts of yourself that are now beginning to emerge. Parts of you that are here to fulfill certain roles in this new earth paradigm. So meaning you're going to feel like growing, you're going to feel like going back to school, you're going to feel like leveling up in your position, you're going to feel like becoming a better mom or a better partner, you're going to feel like stepping up and getting involved in some great cause. You're gonna want to be more. You're gonna want to grow and take on greater responsibilities. And that's going to be a wonderful thing. And so allow for these new parts of yourself to emerge. And as they do, don't judge them. Don't tell them what to do. But instead stay in that releasing of control and just wait and see how they come about. Just wait and see what these parts of you are saying. Just wait and see how this may all come to fruition. Because you don't know. Remember, we're journeying the unknown. You don't know how these parts are really going to play out. You don't know where you'll end up. You don't know who you're going to be as you stay open, as you stay flexible, as you stay in your inner soul communication and trust, as you keep releasing control. Anything is possible. And you will know step by step. You will know moment by moment. You will know when that next level is ready for you to level up for or to. And you will know if there's any preparation necessary for you on your part. You'll feel called to it. It'll show up in your life. Right? So think of it as you're walking this earth with a blindfold on. And the way that you know where to go and what to do is because you know it on the inside. And that's the new earth paradigm. Swimming in the ocean of the void, of the unknown, of light consciousness, oneness consciousness, and more of us are going to bump into each other. And more of us are going to connect. And more of us are going to inspire one another and help each other because we're one and we are here together. And only together can we actually be the new earth. Yes, because it's in the numbers that we then really become that tipping of the scales where this awakening process and ascension process is going to speed up like something you've never even imagined. And so that's all still to come. But yes, I hope that this was helpful. And take this practice very seriously for yourself. And so much so, stay open, stay flexible, stay in your inner communication, practice listening and feeling and trusting that, and practice catching yourself and releasing that control. Even though you may not know, and even though your ego is going to ring the alarm bell and go, oh no, you need to know. Right? So it's becoming easier and easier and easier. Don't stress over it. Be easy with yourself. Be supportive with yourself. Be patient with yourself and trust the timing of your soul's journey. Trust your timing, the timing of your life, because your source creator, you've got this. You know exactly what you're doing, and everything is already orchestrated. So all you have to do is just feel and listen from within. It's quite simple. It's simplicity, yet a practice because we're so used to letting the ego and the external be the measure. I'm so excited to be here at this time, and I'm so grateful for you and your energy and your presence here on this platform. And please do follow, share, subscribe so that we can all grow together. And from here, I am sending big, big, big hugs and kisses, love and light blessings to you and yours. Mwah! Ciao for now.